Hey guys, I'm Rex TPS with Amos for TPS, and today is just going to be the basics on the tips and tricks for gunners and runners should you want to play it yourself. So I'm going to use a rifle. Amos is going to be using her shotgun, and I got a secondary as well, just to show you like through different things that you should take into consideration whilst playing this. So first of all, if you're the gunner over the runner, unless you're doing runners with guns as well, usually then only have pistols if you're lack on guns like I am, where I got more pistols than rifles. The likelihood is the gunners will have the rifles and runners will have the pistols. But if you got both, one of each for a sidearm or just the one, then this is important to keep in mind. So if you've got affordable stock, always keep that out unless you're not using it like in an intermission between the two games. And another thing I suggest then, for when you start the game, is to, if you want to fool your opponent, cock a bullet in, like so, keep it on safe, and you should always keep your gun on safe unless you're ready to fire it, because if they get the gun off of you, then they'll use it against you. If it's on safe, and they don't know where the safety is, for instance, then it'll be awkward for them to shoot you, and you'll be able to get the gun off them back, providing you actually can. Now, what I done there, I cocked the bullet in, I put the mag away. You can walk around like that, or if you're more casual or a bit cocky, like that, if you've got the foldable stock as well, you can hold it however you want. But if you want, you can have the mag out. You can have the mag out and keep a bullet cocked. So when they see you, they think you ain't got the mag in because you ain't ready to shoot it yet. If they pop out on you, switch it to safety, bang. Obviously at that point then you'll need to rush in, get your mag and stick it in. That's if you want to try and fool your opponent, unless they can see through your trickery and think, oh no, you could have a bullet cocked. Now, so that's a rifle. And it goes the same with the sidearm as well. For this I'm using the Hawk. Always make sure you got a bullet cocked if you want it on the safety then. Because you don't want to end up shooting yourself in the leg or your partners throughout a game. So, always make sure you got a bullet cocked in and ready to go during the games. Now, what I'm going to move on to now is the tactical teamwork. Okay, guns like this, relatively small, not too big, are best and ideal for the shotguns, and foldable stocks rifles are probably the best for this. If you got something like the Thompson, where it's one model, you can't fold the stock, you can't take it off, you can't take the barrel off, or like the M4 Spring, which I've done a video on, then those are probably not ideal because they're not tactical. By tactical I mean you can fold the stock. You can't get the mag out of the stock fold, well you can, but it's awkward. But you can still fire it. You can still cock it and shoot it, and it's small, so you don't have to worry about it getting tangled in anything or something if you go through bushes or whatnot. Unless you're in a suburban area, in which case then it doesn't matter what size the gun is. But anyway, moving on. So when you're with your partner, make sure to have always two sides covered. Now, behind you is where you're gonna have to get your most alert partner, unless you are the most alert person there. Okay, so always make sure like one of you gets the left, the other one gets the right. Make sure you go like that, so you can always still see in front of you, but always keep to your left side. Okay, especially if you're in the suburban area, because there'll be a lot of buildings there. Or if you're in not a jungle, bloody hell, what am I about? If you're in like a field full of ferns or bushes, again, always make sure you got that to the left and right. Amos is probably one of the most observant people we got playing when we play Gunners and Runners, so she'd be ideal for me to have on my team. I'm probably one of the best shots, and she's the most alert person, so she could say target target at 3 o'clock, we'll both instantly turn around. But on that, make sure if you both turn around, the person on, let's say the enemy's on the right or your left, then make sure the person furthest away will always keep their guard on the other side, because if there's one person making noise and both of you aim, you can get ambushed from the other side. So make sure that you're always staying alert. And behind you, again, that's where the most alert person will come in hand, because she can probably detect anyone behind her from like, I don't know, about 10 foot behind you, So she'll make sure she'll always find someone if they're trying to get a jump on you. Now, moving on to the other bits, is a jacket like this. I do highly recommend. I don't know where you can get them from. I got mine from a market in, I think, the Great Dorset Steam Fair somewhere just outside of Bristol. But a jacket with loads of pockets, I'll show you now. Pockets, you know, everywhere. Pouches. Pockets, there's 4 inside pockets and a bunch outside, and there's one big pocket at the back there. So, you know, it's really good to have, because you can get a mag in there or a gun as well. You can hide a gun in there. Guns in there, you know, if you've got like G16, really good to hide things. But as well, in these ammo pouches, this is what I'm going to show. Instead of having a whole pot of BBs to rattle around with, I'm going to show them least recommended, then the most recommended, and then the fault on the most recommended. So the least recommended, but still is better than just having BBs loose, if you like to see that's the camera, is the I'm going to say Tic Tac packet. The reason why I'm not showing Tic Tac is for copyright reasons, but is a Tic Tac packet. Now if you like to shake that for us, it makes a lot of noise when you run. That's why it's least recommended. But if you fall over, or your pocket comes loose, or the Velcro comes off or something, or you get a rip in the bottom, they fall out, you're not spending ages scavenging every single bullet for it. Plus then they may be too dirty or wrecked to use, and you can risk jamming your gun, but they'll all stay in there, providing the packet doesn't break. But you know, you need to do quite a lot to break the packet. So there's that one. Then the most recommended, I don't know where you can get these from, but I mean, you usually find these out on the street or from buying new products and stuff. It'll be the sealable packet at the top. You can seal it, reseal it, and all that, and if you like, yeah, shake that proper. That only makes noise when you shake it. It doesn't make noise when you run, especially if the pack's full. Okay, you can't hear it when you run. Now, if I like to show the other pack, this is the downside with it. Sometimes you'll get them which seal too good, and when they seal too good, you can get them all ripped. Now, if you like to see over here, it's all ripped at the top, and occasionally this one does open, and that's just a pain in the backside then, because you've got all your bullets slowly falling out. So you can turn that back up on there. So that's mainly all I got for you, okay? If you're more of a rogue soldier, so to speak, then you've got to make sure you're just as alert as you are accurate. Otherwise, you're going to risk then getting ambushed or packed, okay? Now, I will be doing a video before this one comes out, which will be what Gunners and Runners is. So if you guys want to play it, then you can watch this. Don't tell your friends about, oh, actually, yeah, tell your friends about this, we could use the views. But, you know, don't tell everyone that you play with, otherwise if they get the same tips and tricks that we give you, then they can use it against you. So yeah, that's been Amos on my right or your left, and I've been Rex with TPS. Thank you very much for watching. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, visit our website, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching.